Hey guys, it's Siobhan with ToKittyandBeyond. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, my name is Siobhan. I'm an intuitive tarot therapist, a spiritual counselor, and a holographic Usui Reiki master. So today we're doing the monthly horoscope reading for Pisces, and this can apply to Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have Pisces heavily in your chart, or if you just felt called to watch this video, then there's probably some messages here for you. But keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not all of the information is going to apply to everybody. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And if this doesn't resonate, always check your other sign videos and any other prominent placements in your natal chart. If you don't know what your moon or rising sign are, I would recommend checking out cafeastrology.com for your free natal report. Okay, so this month I'm not doing the monthly spread like I normally would, but if you would like a personal month ahead forecast, I will have the monthly spread as an email reading order available. You can check out all of my services and offerings in the description box below, but I'll talk more about that at the end of the reading. So I'm just going to be doing a freestyle type of reading today. That's what I was intuitively guided to do, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's see what's going on, Pisces. First and foremost, happy birthday to you Pisces who fall in February for your birthday. I too am a Pisces, but I'm born on the March side of things. So happy birthday, my fellow Pisceans. Okay, let's see what's going on for February. Gonna pull some crystal mandala oracle cards to start things off. Wow, it's jumping right out. Big time. Okay, so we've got 5. Let's see what's going on. The first one that popped out really aggressively was purification. So this is Archangel Lahabiel and black tourmaline. I love black tourmaline, especially for Pisces. You know, we're very airy, ethereal, not airy, but like watery, ethereal type of flowy energy. And sometimes we can have difficulty staying grounded, or we may need some psychic protection because we do tend to be constantly up in the energy. So black tourmaline is great for that. It's also purifying. It really detoxes that negativity and helps to ground energy, protect your energy and your space. Her eye ever open, Goddess Tara and Tibetan quartz. So I really see this as the third eye awakening. And as Pisceans, we are very, very intuitive, often psychic, not always, but if you choose to unpack that gift and work with it, you can be very, very highly psychic. The inner queen. Oh, I love that. Goddess Persephone and Ruby. And Persephone is about the winter and the springtime. So it's that changing of the cycles and the abundance that comes when spring arrives. Discernment. Ascended Master Hilarion and green chrysoprase. That's that sort of inner eye and power. Okay. Archangel Metatron and clear quartz. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. If you guys can hear Kitty in the background, she's out there saying hi, meowing away because I have the door closed. Okay. Whoop. Wow, so we have a big chunk of cards that just fell out, and I'm going to take them because they fell upright. So we have fertility, which is the Empress card. That's so funny because in the traditional tarot, she is sort of the embodiment of Demeter, which is Persephone's mother, and you can see that as the pomegranates that are around here. So Persephone in that pomegranate red speaks of fertility. It's birth, creation. It's the mother-daughter sort of relationship. It's the ability to create from that, and I see this as summer. Something's going to happen in the summer. Oh wow, and yeah, the third eye chakra. So that's that her eye ever open energy really coming in strong here with the power, giving you the discernment to purify and activate that inner queen to create fertility in your life. And backing that up is the crown chakra. Wow, 2 of the The upper chakras, really powerful chakras. This is the divine trust and connection to source energy. And then this is the activation of the third eye, psychic abilities, intuition, clear seeing. And the crown chakra is clear knowing. So it's these big downloads of information that come in. You don't know how you know something, you just know it. You know, this is like Akashic record reading. This is psychic divination techniques like what I'm doing here. Tarot is a form of divination. There's scrying, different types of scrying, like crystal balls, mirror scrying, water scrying. Especially for Pisceans, water scrying can be really great. It's basically just filling a bowl, either a wooden bowl or a dark bowl, with water, and then gazing into it and allowing visions to come forward. So I've never actually done it because my form of scrying, like I connect psychically just by closing my eyes. Or just being mindful of what I'm seeing, feeling, hearing, or sensing. So I've kind of skipped past the scrying step, but it can be a really powerful tool if you're just starting out awakening your eye, your third eye, activating that energy there. It can be a wonderful tool to scry or to use different divination techniques to sort of test out that energy and learn to discern with energy, learn to trust your intuition, learn to heed those messages. Yeah, okay. So let's get some clarifiers here from the tarot. Wow. Another major arcana, the Lovers. Divine knowledge. Okay, we've got a lot of cards coming out. First up was Justice. Second out was the Ten of Swords. The Hermit card. And the King of Cups with the Eight of Swords. All right, so lots of swords. So there's mental energy here, especially as it relates to the third eye chakra and the crown. Those are up in the head area. It's the top of the head and the forehead. So this is a lot of mental balancing that's going on here, especially as it relates to love or knowledge. So what I'm seeing here is the Garden of Eden, is Eve in the Garden of Eden. She took fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and this is really what the third eye awakening is all about. It's accessing higher information or a more expanded awareness of yourself and reality in general, and it allows you to tap in to these expanded visions or knowings or information of some kind. So this is kind of tapping into that tree of knowledge, and the story, you know, is very fear-based and control-based and patriarchal, in my opinion, and if you don't agree with that, that's fine. But I feel like there's some balance that's coming from that, as the masculine is now stepping into more of that intuitive energy. So this is that Pisces energy, the King of Cups, that Neptunian type of energy. So very ethereal, very mystical, magical, intuitive, sensitive, emotionally connected. So I find, you know, especially with 2020, we're stepping into an age of more balance between the masculine and the feminine. And I see that as the feminine embracing her inner queen, stepping into her role as the empress, not backing away or hiding her power any longer. So if you're a feminine who's watching this, then this is about really stepping into that power, purifying some of the fear that may have created some anxieties or self-created limitations with these swords cards specifically, bringing those aspects into justice, into balance. Again, using this sword, but this time, instead of the swords trapping you or limiting you or stabbing you, this sword is being held upright, creating balance through justice. So it's justice between masculine and feminine, and we all have both polarities within us. We all have the masculine aspect of our energy system as well as the feminine, and this can be seen quite literally physically within the brain with the left and right hemispheres embodying some of that masculine feminine polarity expression. So I really see this as a time of equality, and the feminines being honored for their connection, for their ability to create, for their intuitive abilities, and the masculines seeing that, honoring that, stepping up and meeting them at that level. It's beautiful. And that's the Hermit card here too. It's going within. It's very very powerful meditative energy. So you may need to focus on your meditation if you're getting lots of crown chakra and third eye chakra activations or downloads. This can be about some sort of level of isolation, not really, intense isolation or for extended periods of time, but just taking that space and time to tune in, to be mindful. And you can do this anywhere at any time, but in the beginning phases, especially when there's a lot going on around you, it can be easier if you do this in a quiet room, or if you go out into nature and you do this, just setting that intention to be mindful, to be silent, to be quiet, and to be open to receive some of the insight and guidance that the Hermit has to offer. Okay, wow. Really good reading so far, Pisces. Lots of empowerment here, lots of psychic potential. Okay, what else is going on? Ooh, healing of the heart. We have that Three of Swords energy. It's like that relentless swords energy just keeps coming and coming and coming. Oh, kitty. Oh, good. But you've got that Ace of Cups here. Healing the heart. Thank goodness. And the Star card. Yeah, lots of healing coming in. So any of that trauma, it's all coming to an end now. It's being brought forward through the mind. So there's definitely there may be some psychic intuition tapping into things that need to be healed within yourself, using discernment to purify through your inner power, standing in that Empress, that Queen energy, giving yourself the love that you need. Here, let me move it into shot. The Star card really represents the balance. So this is the hope and the inspiration that guides you forward through the dark night of the soul, through any kind of a trauma that needs to come up to be healed or released. This is that Three of Swords energy being cleansed by the Star and the Ace of Cups. So this is self-love. This is the energy of creation. This is energy coming in. The peace of the dove. This is divinely guided source energy coming through the crown chakra into the third eye so that you can heal yourself. The third eye is the star. That's that guiding light that's shining the way. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. It's being in that dark tunnel, not really knowing which way to go, but when the star comes in and you open your third eye, you're guided forward. You know which way to go, you know what to do, you just intuitively, you just know. Okay, let's see what else. Lots of queens here. Definitely that inner queen awakening. And if you're a male, this happens for you too. We've all got both polarities within us. So this is very much about stepping into that queen energy. And the queens, respectively towards their elements, but specifically just the queens themselves, and the feminine energy represents receptivity, fluidity, intuition, sensitivity, inner power. And how that's expressed through each one of the elements. So with the Empress, it's very much about creation and what she can create, what she can birth. She's very fertile. She's very abundant. She's the creator of all life. She's the Queen of Queens. And then we've also got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So air and earth, respectively. Ideas, mental expression, thoughts, communication, inspiration, transformation, and making that practical expression of that. So the Queen of Pentacles, similar sort of to that Empress energy, where things are being created at a physical level. She's a nurturer, she's a caregiver, she's a mother. This could be somebody, if somebody's out there trying to get pregnant, the fertility card, the inner queen with the Persephone, the Star card, the Ace of Cups, and the The Lover's card can indicate that some mental block that was preventing you from conceiving is going to be cleared in February as you move forward. So looking within, meditating, clearing some of your mental blocks around maybe the limitation, self-created limitation and expectations that came from, trying so hard. It's almost like the harder you try, the more you push it away energetically. And it's seeing that finally once and for all, receiving that guidance, and then putting it into practice by just letting it go, healing some of that, the fear around not being able to do it, or whatever the case may be, and then freeing yourself, being able to move forward and actually create some physical change. So we also have Judgment and the Hierophant. So when Judgment and the Hierophant come about, especially with the Justice card and the Lover's card, I can also see this in another light. There may be some kind of judiciary changes going on, whether this is a court case, whether this is a commitment of some kind, whether this is a belief system that needs to be changed. Maybe it was out of whack. This could be something to do with patriarchy, whether you're male or female. That's created a lot of harm at the heart level because it created separation, right? Any time that we feel that one is greater than the other, there's separation because we're all one. So anytime that we have judgment, or anytime that we have limitations set forth by indoctrination that stem from separation. Wow, I should really make that into like a spoken word poem. It creates that pain within the heart because that's not who we are at soul level. At soul level, we are one, and we know that. So anytime that we express separation through judgment, we are kind of ripping ourselves apart within. So it's bringing it back together this month in February. It's really seeing the bigger picture here through that expanded awareness, through the opening of the third eye. And there's many different ways that you can do this. I have a video on the Chakra 101 and things that you can do, but that's really old. So maybe I'll make an updated one. And I'm also working on making a video about third eye health, which goes into some of the things that you can do on a regular basis, like physical applications and practices that you can take to keep your third eye healthy, specifically your pineal gland. And I'll make another video around like learning to use your third eye. If I can find the video link for the one that I made about connecting with your higher self and cleansing things and all that good stuff, I'll leave it linked as a card above. But otherwise, if you go back through my video feed, you'll find some of those videos. Okay, getting a little off track on a tangent here. Let me grab some angel oracle cards. Oh no, as I went to put these cards down, two more popped out. So we have the Temperance card and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so self-love, self-created balance, self-discipline is going to create this emotional independence and abundance. So this is, there's a lot of self-directed love here. When you open up your crown chakra and your third eye chakra, it allows you to see things from that higher perspective and understand that we're not separate, that there is no need for judgment or separation or limitation of any kind. And when you free yourself from those mental constructs, you are able to not only give more love to yourself, but you're able to reflect that love outwards. So you purify your energy, you stand in your power, and you share that willingly, knowing that we're all one. There's no, love thy neighbor because it's you in another body. Okay, we have life review. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. So this, I see a little bit of imbalance here when it comes to these swords cards. So it's just a little bit of maybe past beliefs or programming or things that were learned, specifically with the Hierophant card. It could be things that were learned and now we're kind of getting this wake-up call from our higher self, as seen in the Judgment card, to balance this out. It's helping to awaken our deep inner knowing so that we can achieve that higher state of awareness. And leadership as well. It is time for you to assume your leadership position and power, leadership, power, and position, and lovingly guide others. So, once you get this information, it's important to share that because it can help you and it can therefore help other people. Aquarius, the reading for Aquarius was all about that. It's empowered service. It's sharing, what you've been through on your journey and the experiences that you've had that led you to where you are, and sharing that wisdom so that you can assist others who are going through the same thing. So as you purify yourself, you're embodying this divine order. I love that. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. So whatever's going on right now, whether there's a huge shift in purification, if there's a lot of mental stress or anxiety or fears or self-doubt or just feelings of, if there's any trauma that needs to come up and out, now's the time to do it. And it's creating the balance because you've got the scales of justice and the divine order card as well. So there's definite balance coming in February for you, Pisces. That's great. As a fellow Pisces, I can relate. Okay, so let's get an animal oracle card to close out the reading. Oh, I knew it. I knew it was going to be owl. Hold on one sec. It fell on the ground. Okay, so it fell on the ground. Whenever cards fall on the ground, it's a particular message to pay attention to. We're either leaving this behind or it's something to really be grounded into the physical. And it did come up in the reverse, but I'm going to read both meanings as I can find them. If I can find them. They didn't number the cards. Oh, there it is. Okay. So detachment, wisdom, and change. Owl teaches us the wisdom of turning a disadvantage into an advantage. For most birds, the coming of darkness renders it impossible for them to feed, but the owl's exceptional hearing enables it to pick out and swoop on unsuspecting prey during the night. Twilight has been described as owl light, and going for a quiet walk in the woods at this shimmering time of twilight is an excellent way to develop a sensibility to the other world and the inner soul of nature. That's very much that hermit energy. You may feel drawn to a study of esoteric lore or clairvoyancy. Yeah, that's the third eye, being clairvoyant, psychic, intuitive. Working with the owl as your ally will help you to do this. Okay, and then the reverse meaning is you may need to be wary of withdrawing too much from the world. Yeah, that's that. The dysfunctional aspect of the hermit is withdrawal to the point of isolation and lack of connection. So that can sometimes leave us trapped in our own minds. If we don't see what's going on inside of us as reflected from other people, then sometimes we can get lost in our own head, especially with our very strong, heavy Neptunian Piscean energy. We can tend to get sort of lost in our imaginations or in our fantasy realms. And it's important to sort of anchor that into the physical. That's why the Queen of Pentacles is there. Okay, so an ability to be detached and discerning is an asset, unless it becomes a defense against being fully alive with all the vulnerability that this entails. Perhaps there is not such a need for secrecy or holding back. The owl can signal a time of change, of initiation, of new beginnings. It can portend the death of one thing, but also the birth of another. An old Sussex saying is, when owls whoop at night, expect a fair morrow. Expect a bright dawn, and it will surely come. So yeah, that's very much that star energy. It's showing us that even in the darkest of night, we can see, and there's promise of the dawn ahead. And this owl is just so perfect because it's very much the clairvoyant connection to the other world, to this inner sight that we naturally have that gives us the ability to look at all of the different aspects of our life, what we believe, how we put those beliefs and thoughts into action, whether they're serving us, whether they're not serving us, how we can change that through self-discipline, self-love, self-forgiveness, self-awareness, and create a life that is full of hope, faith, peace, renewal, healing, support, love, commitment, stability, insight, clarity, knowing, wisdom, deep inner wisdom. Those are all the things that are coming through for us. Beautiful. All right, Pisces, that is your reading for February 2020. I very much hope that you resonated, that you gained some clarity, insight, guidance, confirmation around this month going forward. If you did enjoy the reading, if you found some nugget of wisdom here, then please share with your fellow Pisceans or somebody who would resonate with these messages, and stick around and subscribe to the channel for more. I put out monthly horoscope readings, as well as collective ascension energy updates, and also general spiritual chit chats and channeled information. If you would like a detailed reading for your personal situation, or any assistance in awakening some of your psychic abilities, working with your natural abilities by clearing your energy and purifying your soul self, basically realigning yourself with your divine blueprint, then please reach out to me at services.ToKittyandBeyond@gmail.com. All of my services and offerings can be found in the description box below this video. There's a detailed list of all of the different types of reading that I offer. And if you are looking for the monthly spread for the month ahead reading, I have that listed below, as well as a new reading offer. And currently the Reiki is 33% off. So if you do, look to, what am I trying to say here? If you would like some spiritual healing, insight, clarity, and guidance that can help you to really embody some of this energy and clear some of what needs to be cleared and stand in your power, please reach out to me. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, for supporting the channel. And I hope you stick around for more. And we'll see you next month. Bye, guys.